Prepositions, they can be a real headache, right? But what if I told you that fixing just a handful of these common mistakes could make your English sound so much more natural? Well, today we're going to tackle 10 of the biggest preposition pitfalls to help you speak with a ton more confidence. Ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a quick question. Have you ever said this? I'll see you in Monday. Hey, if that sounds familiar, don't sweat it. You are so not alone. It's probably one of the most common slip-ups out there, and we're going to get it sorted out today for good.
So, our first group of mistakes, they're all about time. Seriously, if you can master in, on, and at, you're already way ahead of the game. So, let's break them down.
And here we go, our very first fix. The rule is actually super simple. When you're talking about specific days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, or specific dates, like March 5th, you always use on. So, the party is on Saturday. My birthday is on June 12th. See? Not so bad, right?
Okay, so now let's look at the flip side of that. If on is for specific days, we use in when we're talking about bigger, more general chunks of time. Think about it. Months, years, seasons, they're all pretty broad. That's why it's, I moved here in 2020, or I'll see you in July. It's for those big, wide time frames.
All right, this next one is mostly straightforward, but there's one little curveball you gotta watch out for. So for the different parts of the day, it's usually in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And here's the trick, when it comes to night, it flips. It's always at night. So you might study in the morning, but you watch movies at night.
And look at this. This little chart really pulls it all together. I love thinking about it like a pyramid. At the top, you've got the biggest, broadest time frames. That's where in lives. Then you get a little more specific with days and dates, and that's on. And finally, down at the very pointy, specific tip of the pyramid, you have at for things like night. It's just a great way to picture how it all works.
Okay, so we've tackled time. Let's move on to our next section, which is all about getting around, transport, and duration.
So here's a question I hear all the time. Are you in the bus or on the bus? Well, there's a really easy trick for this. If you're in something big, something public where you can stand up and walk around, bus, a train, a plane, you are on it. But for smaller private vehicles that you just sit in, like a car or a taxi, you're in them. So you're on the bus, but you're in the taxi.
Ah, yes, for versus since, a classic mix-up. But the difference is actually pretty clear once you see it. For is all about a period of time, a duration, like for 3 weeks, for 5 years. Since, on the other hand, points to a specific start time, like since 2020 or since Monday. So you could say, I've lived here for 2 years, or I've lived here since 2022. Both are correct, they just mean slightly different things. Okay, we're really getting through these. For this last section, we're going to look at some common word pairs. These are verbs and adjectives that they just go with a certain preposition. A lot of these are just about memorizing the pair. This one is huge. So many people forget the little word to. With verbs like explain, give, send, the pattern is always the same. You explain something to someone. So it's never explain me, it's always, can you explain this to me? Or he gave the book to his friend.
Here's another one you just kind of have to lock into your brain. We never ever say married with. The only preposition that works here is to. So, she is married to a doctor. They are married to each other. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference in sounding natural.
So, you want to talk about something you're good at, a skill or a talent? The phrase you're looking for is good at. It's always good at for skills and activities. So, he's good at playing the guitar. She's good at science. I'm good at making these explainers. You just don't really say good in when you're talking about a skill. Here we go again with a tiny missing word that changes everything. When you're waiting, and you're waiting for a specific person or thing, you absolutely need the word for. You don't just wait me, you wait for me. You don't wait the bus, you wait for the bus. That little word is essential. The weekend. Okay, this one's a bit tricky because, honestly, you'll hear different things depending on where you are. You might hear at the weekend, but the most common, the safest,
And the most widely understood way to say it, especially in North America, is on the weekend. So if you're ever in doubt, just stick with on. It's a safe bet. All right, so there you have it. 10 of the most common preposition pitfalls, and more importantly, how to fix them. But now it's time to see what you've learned. Let's do a quick quiz to put your knowledge to the test. You ready? Let's do it.
Okay, question number 1. Take a look at this sentence. She was born on 1998. What's wrong with that? Think back to that time pyramid we talked about.
Did you get it? The answer is in. She was born in 1998. Yep, because for those big, general time periods like years, we always use in. Awesome job if you got that right.
Okay, next up, question number 2. Check out this phrase. Can you explain me this? What's the key word that's totally missing here?
Yes, it's to. Remember, the pattern is explain something to someone. So the correct way is, can you explain this to me? Perfect.
All right, last question. This one is all about transport. The sentence is, I'm in the bus right now. What's the right preposition to use here?
And the answer is on. I'm on the bus right now because it's a big public vehicle you can walk around on. Fantastic work, you guys.
Wow, we really covered a lot of ground today, didn't we? From time and travel to all those little word pairs. So, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. Out of all the things we talked about today, which one still feels like the biggest challenge for you? Because, figuring out your tricky spot is really the first step to mastering it. Thanks so much for joining me.